crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people. Green people, crab people, blue heavy metal people.
The scenario we're going to be playing today is called Recon. It is number 8 from the Steamroller 2015 scenario pack. There is no kill box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 for controlling the zone, 2 for dominating, but you can't do either of those to destroy the enemy objective. That is worth 1. And then there are also the flags that can also be dominated for 1 point. Hey there guys, this is me, Malorian, and it's time for another War Machine Wednesday. And in this one here, we are going to be having Michael with his Convergence. This is a Tier 4 Syntherion list with a whole bunch of different jacks in the battle engine. And the other side, we have myself, and I am deciding to run a Constance, not in tier, with just a whole bunch of stuff that kind of makes it a balance between shooting and melee. Now this one here, I won the initiative, and I decided I want to be taking the first turn, and then he decided he wanted to get that side over there. So my first turn, I'm really going to be putting one on the Mrs. Stormwall there, so she can run up. Don't really know what to do with Constance with the rest for the upkeeps. Transference would be a little bit too early, so I put the no spells on the gun mages, just in case it tries to arc something, but it's kind of something going to drop anyway. But otherwise, things are kind of running up here. Now, I use a lot of jacks here, and they're all going to be mainly running up here first turn. Now, I don't have any arcane shield here, so the Stormwall is a little bit weaker than you normally would see him. Plus, he has synergy, so he can really get in there and mess things up. So, what he's going to be trying to do is try to build up that synergy, try and get one of his jacks, probably the inverter, over to the Stormwall, and try and get in there and take it down, while trying to deal with all this infantry as well. And one of the biggest things for that will be the monitor, the light jack on the very bottom, who does a big huge AoE that is automatically 1 point of damage, which can really hurt some things like bunched up precursor knights with shield wall. Kill those pretty good. Otherwise, his inverter also had the reanimation or whatever, so that if you ever kill it, it comes back to life with 1 in each box or each branch. But what I'm going to be doing here in my second turn here for Signar is going up there with the Black 13th, and I really need that monitor gone. If the monitor's gone, that'd be great. So after some shots from the Black 13th and from the gun mages, it goes down. I also kill off the little solo there that can act as an arc node, and then the Stormwall comes up, does a little bit of damage to the monitor. Not the monitor, the inverter, although it does miss one of its shots, puts down some covering fire, and then the Precursor Knights are going to be going into Shield Wall and getting a little bit closer. The Storm Blades on either side are also going to be going up, but I'm kind of holding back. I don't want to rush up because he can really kill a lot of guys really quick. I want to do whatever damage I can at range first, and then thanks to her having Crusader's Call and getting plus 2 inches of range on the charge, I can really get in there with the Stormwall and the infantry. So I really want to stay back, bide my time, take down whatever I can, and then go in. In fact, up at the top, those Storm Blades are really not in a good spot with the battle engine, but they're hoping their presence will just slow it down so it doesn't get up there as fast as it can. Otherwise, you can see how the other jacks are kind of getting up here. He's going to be coming up here, and with the assimilator taking a shot, not doing any damage to the infantry, but spiking some dice and doing 10 damage to the objective already. My objective is fuel, which I'd love to have some free charges, but it looks like I might not be getting that. Otherwise here, he's going with the Cypher, which had Hot Shot on it, and it's going to be taking a shot here at my Black 13th, and blowing them all up except for Ryan, who is going to be having 1 box left, and then going after it again, and this time taking it down. So Black 13th and a Gun Mage down, but to kill that monitor, I'd say that was a good trade. Otherwise, yeah, going up here with the rest of the infantry, the last one here, the monitor does shut down the objective, so he is now at 1 control point to my 0. I have lost fuel. He still has fuel for free charges, except now going into my turn 3, I feel this will be the turn to get in there. So I was trying to decide whether I want to charge in there or not. Really looking at that reanimation spell that's on the inverter, and because I'm not sure I can kill it off after it pops back up, I'm actually going to come and concentrate down the bottom. If I can really concentrate on the bottom 3 heavies, that'd be what I'm really going to go for. So the gun mages go up and they do a combine onto the monitor, doing some okay damage and also killing a little solo guy. They're the repairman that's standing right by it. Otherwise, Constance is going to kind of move over the other side of the wall, pop feet, and do Crusader's Call for that +2 speed. So on her feet, and now if he kills any infantry in her range, basically get them as soul tokens. It'll raise the infantry's armor for that turn, and next turn I'll get them as focus. So with Crusader's Call now, the press gangers, the precursor knights are going to charge in with their mini feat, so they're going to be getting an additional dice, and yeah, they're going to do some really great damage here. Actually, also killing the assimilator, so that's great. Cypher's really hurt. Now I'm going to be going with the Rangers, and they're just going to really run up to get in the way of the inverter and the battle engine. Plus, I'm going to be running up with my Stormblade to kind of say, like, okay, battle engine, either you spray us, and then you're not dealing with the main threat, or you're going to be spraying the middle, and we're going to charge you next turn. Otherwise, Mr. Stormwall goes up and shoots down the other Jack there, the Cypher, so now he's down to just his inverter and his monitor. Man, I'm going to learn these names by the end of this video. And otherwise, yeah, the last Storm Blades are going to run up. I don't got any control points. He's still winning scenario 1-0, but I've now taken out 3 of his jacks, 2 heavies and a light. I'm right in his face. I've popped my feet. Constance is only camping 1, but, you know, if he kills any infantry to start getting stuff to me, my armor is going to be going up as well. And I really want her up again, her there again, because she has reach, she has flank with anything that's Morrowind, so I can probably really do a lot of damage if he gets any closer. And if he doesn't, I plan to go to the bottom flag. Alright, so Michael right now is trying to figure out how to unlock this puzzle. Convergence is really like this, where you need to kind of figure out, like, okay, this does this and that does that. This is going to be putting one focus over there. And so it's going to take him a little bit of time on his clock to try and figure this out. First thing to go is with his repairs. He's going to be coming up to try and do some fixing and do a little bit of good fixing there. You know, at this point, I mean, the systems he needed were up anyway, and then next up he's going to be trying to get up his synergy chain. So the light jack at the top is going to go up and kill someone. It's going to be out of range for Constance's feet. That's why normally you want the Squire there, so it goes further out, but just don't have that right now. Otherwise, Syntherion went up, he popped his feet, and what the feet does is allows them to have weapon platform. So that means all of his jacks can make attacks and shoot, and they can shoot well in melee, shooting guys outside. He's now killed one more model, which you can see the Precursor Knight, which was in my range, so all my armor is going up 1. I'll be getting 1 more focus later for next turn. And then otherwise, what he's trying to do is trying to get up his synergy chain and then send in the inverters. So right now, the battle engine's doing this thing. It's going to be trying to spray away all the guys in the way. And he's going to easily kill all the stuff that's here. So that stuff over there was, again, outside of the range of my feet because I was just too far back. I'd love to be a few inches farther, but it was just the order of activation. I had guys in my way. But yeah, he's still going the battle engine. The way he has it set up is it's going to be getting, you know, 3 shots. And yeah, it kills a good number of guys. I thought he was going to be killing off more of the precursors. One of the rangers he kills is going to be giving me another soul token. And then my ranger is going to fail their command as well. So after this, the inverter is going to come into me. It has +2 from synergy right now. So +2 mat and +2 strength basically. So it would love to have actually get into me and hit me with that big POW 20, but it didn't get in reach. He actually made a mistake where he was going to be casting a spell within Syntherion to give it +2 speed, but it just didn't really happen. He forgot to do that. So I lost half my storm wall and about 6 damage on the left side, but it's still up. And so now on my turn, I really want to be dealing with this, try and kill off what I can. And so first thing I do is I kind of fall back here with the Rangers, and then they are going to rally. My Stormblades on the left are going to charge in. I had to get kind of funky to get one in there, and then another one failed charge. They do some great damage. I spiked some great dice. In fact, unfortunately, one I had to re-roll because I forgot to roll the hit first. But that thing is really, really hurt. Otherwise, gun mages come up, and they do a big combine into the color area in the back, do some good damage. The Precursor Knights go up, we go into shield wall again. They do some more little damage there. But they're mainly getting out of the way from the Storm Blades, so now the Storm Blades can charge in. And they're really, again, wanting to kill the monitor this turn. If I kill off another, something else, that'll be great. But they're also getting out of the way so that Constance can get to that inverter. So the monitor's down, so that's great. Constance is going to come over here down to the inverter. It already took some damage. There is a Morrowind model in base to base, so I have now flank. I'm going to kill it, and he's going to come over here within 3 inches so that he could kind of get away from the storm wall. But he kind of forgot about how I had reached there, and I was just in reach, so I go and I kill it. So a little bit of bad placement for him, but what was going to happen there anyways, that the storm wall was going to try and shoot it down. So I don't think it would have survived anyway, but this way I got to shoot the battle engine once more with the storm wall, did a little bit of extra damage there, which is nice, and now it's back to him, and it's really not looking good. He is down all of his heavies, he's done a light, some other stuff is damaged, but Constance is already hurt from a turn prior. I forgot to mention that the monitor had aimed on his feed turn, hit Constance for 7 damage, I believe it was, or 6 damage, so she's already kind of hurting. She is camping 3 right now, but he is going to be trying to do a little bit more damage. So first thing he's going to do is coming up here with some of his other jacks, trying to get up some synergy so that Siphon can go up and do a little bit more work as well. And what he really wants to do is to kill off the 2 Stormblades, which are in the way of his battle engine, so they can go up and try and spray Constance. So that's happening now. Syntherion taking some shots and doing some magic with Convention to go and kill off the Stormblades. The Stormblades now are going to fail their command test. That kind of sucks. Otherwise, now here comes the battle engine, and it's going to try and spray on me. And it's going to have range, and also get those my Precursor Knight UA, and also a Stormblade. The first spray does not very much. The second one kills off the infantry, but he does no damage to Constance, so that's kind of a failed assassination. It was kind of a long shot anyway, and now it's going to really be clean up for myself. So I just really want to get in there, clear things away so that I can just go to the flag. So first off, I go off with some of my Precursor Knights. They do some damage. They destroy the battle engine. I'm going to be rallying with the Stormblades, so they're back in again. The Colliery is going to go down. Stormwall is going to come up and do a little bit damage here as well. Constance just ran to the flag. I'm also starting to do some shooting onto the objective. I was hoping to destroy it this turn, but it just didn't work. It didn't help that the gun mages rolled double 1 for shooting, but yeah, the objective is still alive with 3 boxes. I'm going to go to 1 control point on his turn, so it's 1-1, and as you can see, he really can't do very much. He's going to try and do something to just like get some extra points. He was wondering if he could get 1 point from the top flag, but he just can't really make it work. So the little light there, the galvanizer, gets to me, and it does some damage. He was hoping for some massive dice spikes, but in the end, it's not going to do it. I'm going to score 1 on his turn, and then on my turn, Stormwall is going to kill the galvanizer. I'm going to go up there with the Precursor Knights. They're going to destroy the objective. So that's going to mean I'm going to get 1 point on his turn to go to 2, 1 point for the objective to go to 3, and then I'm going to be, again, on the end of my turn, dominating the flag again and controlling to win by scenario. So the game just ended on scenario. So what were your thoughts on the game there, Michael?
Not bad. It's stuff I haven't used in a while, so I was still sort of figuring things out, but Battle Engine's great. I mean, it has a lot of potential, so I'm probably sort of including it in more lists. But, yeah, you got the alpha on me. I wasn't thinking you were going to do quite that much damage.
Yeah, I got some pretty good dice on those charges there.
You did get some pretty good dice. But overall, it was a good, fun game. I didn't feel like I was necessarily out of it at any time. The storm wall's a bit difficult to deal with, but my inverter, if I'd remembered to arc node, I would have gotten at least 1 extra good hit in. Mm-hmm. So,
I mean, with no arcane shield there, you do have one good, you have a good shot at it with the synergy, and then just try and get to it. So I mean, that's why I was trying to be careful to try and be standoffish and try and deal with it. I mean, plus with the spray, right? I can't even go really just to jam you up because you could just spray away whatever I put there. So I have to make sure that when I go, it's go time. Were you mainly thinking that it was going to be more like a attrition thing, or are you going to be going more for scenario or just caster kill?
I was probably leaning more towards attrition, so because of what I had in my list, a lot of stuff should kill infantry fairly well. But I mean, wasn't quite far enough back, so you managed to get to me before I could do a lot of work. But yeah, that was more my thinking, because I mean, I knew you had a lot of infantry, you had a lot of stuff that was blast damage or the assimilator with the AoE, and then the inverter was around to work on the storm wall when it came time. So that was more my thinking, was just sort of kill off your stuff and keep you back, which worked for a little bit, but not as well as...
Yeah, I mean, once you're down 2 heavies, you're kind of in trouble at that point. You kind of needed that heavy to do some big work over here. I know one of the things, like when you got that first hit on him, like it could have been way worse if the monitor got another shot. Like normally I run her with the Gallant, who has a shield guard, and so I was like, oh, I can't pass anything off. This is not good. And I had to choose, like either I had to be behind the wall and play it safe, or go over the wall, because I mean she does a lot of damage, right? So that's why I wanted her somewhere up there.
Right.
But
yeah, and then if I'd done my reconstruct a little bit differently, it might have worked a bit better for me.
Well, I think the big difference is, I mean, he was going to go for him. So I mean, worst case scenario, I would have tried doing it with just gunshots.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if it might have been enough to destroy you, but yeah, it was. That's a really good spell. So there you go. Thanks for playing the game, and for those watching, thanks for watching. Bye. Hey there, if you liked watching this video, please go down and give it a like down below you here. And if you have any concerns or questions or comments, please put those in the comment section as well. You know, the best way for me to give you what you want to see is if you tell me what you like seeing and what you don't like seeing. So otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.